real quick before we get into today's video, I wanted to use that clip in the intro just to remind you guys of one of the reasons we're invested into this project. Just one of the reasons, not the main reason or not the only reason, but one of the reasons is because of Cliff and his vision for this project. So look, I know the last 24 hours has been crazy, and we're going to talk about some of that craziness in today's video. But look, without further ado, let me introduce myself. I'm Anthony TV. Do me a favor, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me, like this video, and drop a comment if you got a comment. You already know I appreciate your support. We're looking at DEX tools right now, and as you can see, in the last 24 hours, we are down 25%. If you look at the market cap, we're sitting at 530 million. Daily trading volume is around 8 million. Holder count is still increasing, 5,500 holders. So that's a good thing. So if we go over here and check out the Twitter page, we can see the holder count has increased, 95,000 holders. So if you missed last night AMA, these are some of the points that it touched on. The pre-sale violators, obviously, again, there was a huge sell-off yesterday. So we talked about a little bit of that. It says, as everyone's likely aware by now, we had another private seller investor that broke the rules and sold 728 ETH worth of Shinja this morning. His wallet has been blacklisted, and the remainder of his tokens, 84 quintillion, will be burned. Fake Twitter accounts. Cliff is currently being impersonated on Twitter, so please ensure you follow his real Twitter account at free_patriot76. Marketing wallet says FUD has been spreading on Twitter about some of the transactions occurring in the marketing wallet. As Cliff has stated a few times now, due to the market health, he has been converting the ETH in his wallet, or in this wallet, into USDC, USDT in order to maintain stability until the market recovers. The value is still there. Cliff is not cashing out the funds. And just to update on SafeMoon, it says SafeMoon has gotten back to us on our request, and we will be listing on their swap on Wednesday, February 9th. All right, let's look at the airdrops. Some questions are going around on Twitter about why airdrops are even occurring. As most of us already know, these airdrops are for our private pre-sale investors that provided the initial liquidity for the project. They were not given all of their tokens at once, but instead installments over time. They also had a set of rules for selling that they were required to follow. Due to the few private sale investors that violated them, these rules were made even more strict, and the token distributions were stretched out over a longer period of time. They still have not received the last 20% of their vested tokens. And a little reassurance, Cliff stated that dumps will inevitably happen. That's just the nature of trading, and I agree with that. We will climb back up to a new all-time high, and investors will begin to take large profits. Then we'll climb back to a new all-time high again. Many successful projects have gone through the same thing. He used Shiba Inu, SafeMoon, etc. as examples. Our community needs to remember not to panic when these things happen, but instead realize that we haven't even started launching utilities yet. This is just the beginning, and I agree with that 100%, guys. If you've been trading any substantial length of time, you know, particularly into these altcoins or some of the newer tokens, you know the volatility is super crazy. The fluctuations are ridiculous in terms of the price increase and decreases. Again, guys, you got to understand that people are investing into projects with different amounts in terms of the money they have invested, and people are getting in at different times. So someone who invested into a project really early on that may have tons of money invested into the project, once that price increases, they're gonna most likely cash out, right? And a lot of people would do the same thing if you were in that position. So listen, we can't worry about that. We got to continue to believe in the project if that's what our mindset is. If you really think that this project has growth potential, then you're gonna stick in there. You're gonna hang in there for the long term. But if you're just wanting to make a quick buck, then you can do that as well. The option is yours. But just understand that these sell-offs will happen. And that's not just in this project. Like he mentioned in this article, it happens in all projects. So just understand that. Token versus coin, there seems to still be some concern regarding the launch of our coin with the Kasari blockchain. There will be a migration period at launch in which investors will have the option to trade all or some of their tokens for the coin. Again, the token will still remain very relevant in our ecosystem. The token and the coin will be bridged, so nobody will lose any value regardless of if they choose to migrate or not. There will also be a lot of functions and features in various sections of our ecosystem that will aid in doing buybacks and burns of the token's supply, further increasing the value. All right, let's check out the open floor Q&A real quick, and I'm not going to read through all of this. You can actually go to their Twitter account and check this out yourself. But the first one I think is important. It says, why did the pre-sale holder that sold receive airdrops in 2 different wallets? And the answer was, Cliff allowed the pre-sale investors that believed in their original wallets may have been compromised to have the remainder of their vested tokens be sent to an alternate wallet. So that's the answer to that question. And I also want to scroll down here to this anti-whale question because I think it's important as well. It says, is there an anti-whale system written into the contract? The answer was no. Cliff believed it is an unethical practice to allow somebody to buy in with large amounts and deny them the ability to take profits as they like. Cliff promotes responsible profit taking, but he will not enforce it tyrannically. Now, one thing about this question is that Shibnobi posted something about anti-whale, and I want to get to that tweet real quick and show you guys that. All right, so if we look at this tweet from Shibnobi Kane, he says, no anti-whale, this is a free market. However, somebody had referenced Hotbit's platform, and they do have this on the platform, so maybe it needs to be updated. It does say anti-whale mechanism, so hey, we may need to take a look at that. But all in all, guys, if we go over here to CoinGecko and we just look at the price chart, scroll down here, we'll zoom out a little bit. If we look at the 7-day, we're still up 24.6%. We're up 117% on the 14-day chart. So listen, guys, at the end of the day, we just got to be patient. If you believe in this project for the long term, then you're going to hang in there. You're going to deal with the volatility. You're going to deal with the sell-offs. And hopefully when it's all said and done, we're all rewarded for our patience. But again, in my personal opinion, everybody's entitled to do whatever they want to do with their investment. It's their money. If you want to sell early, sell early. That's your prerogative. But if you want to hold because you think this project has long-term growth potential, you can do that as well. So look, that about wraps up today's video, man. Again, do me a favor, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for me. Like this video. Drop a comment if you got a comment. Until next time, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.